All right. This meeting is being held in accordance with Public Laws, 1973. Chapter 231, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by notice sent to the Star Ledger local source, posted in the main lobby of the Municipal building and posted on the Township website. I would like to welcome Mark Krause, Commander, American Legion Post 228, Judah Krause, Commander, Sons of American Legion Post 228, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our service members here and abroad. Thank you. Madam Clerk, can we please call the roll?
Mayor Laufer.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Present.
Committeeman Capadis is absent. Committeeman Huber.
Here.
Committeeman Weber will be joining us shortly.
Before we move on, I'm adding an item to the agenda right after the approval of the minutes. We will be hearing from the Springfield Community Partnership for them to present their budget, and we will we will have a public hearing, and then we will vote on the resolution approving it, which will be Resolution 2026-186, which will be to approve the agenda. It's been with the Township Committee for, I believe, 3 weeks at this point. So it was just an oversight in terms of formalizing the agenda, but we will be voting on and hearing from the community partnership leadership after we approve meeting minutes. So that we'll make that for the record. Proclamations and announcements, 55-plus residents calendar for June is out. It is on the Township website. In Chisholm, it's packed. Farmers Market is open every Monday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Come enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as Pickalicious, Hoffman bread, Audrielle's Mobile Coffee, and the Empanada Lady. Every Monday through October 26th. Cousin's Maine Lobster will be there on June 22nd. Please be advised that the garbage collection is increased to twice a week, starting last week through Friday, September 4th, which is the week of Labor Day. Collection days will either be Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday, depending on your location in town. Mobile shredding for residents will take place on Saturday, June 13th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the community pool. ID is required. No commercial business. Commemoration of the Battle of Springfield, Sunday, June 14th, begins at noon at the DAR Battleground Cemetery, 39 Mountain Avenue, continuing to the SAR wreath laying at the First Presbyterian Church, followed by 200 free hot dogs, ice cream, colonial fun, reenactors, and a Liberty Tree planting at the Cannonball House, 126 Morris Avenue. This is happening from 1 to 3. It will be a great time. Please park at 150 Morris Avenue. Springfield Police Department is holding a child seat inspection event Saturday, June 27th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Chisholm. Next, we're going to move on to public comment for agenda items only. Yeah.
I'd like to congratulate the softball team. They won last night?
Yes.
Where it was 1-0. And I'd like to see the town go out and see them on Friday, 1 o'clock at Seton Hall.
Yeah.
And they're playing Boundbrook, I do believe.
For state championship.
Yeah, for a state championship.
Group 1 state championship.
Congratulations.
All right. Seeing no public comment on agenda items only, Mr. Basicolo, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A few things I could touch on, please. We had crews successfully move debris today from the Rollway River. We had help between the state, the county, and our DPW workers. State managed the lane closures to ensure a safe work zone. The county provided the necessary equipment for the debris removal. and DPW handled the trucking and disposal of the materials that were collected. The project's only possible with the effective cooperation of those three agencies working together. Also, the county has been extremely helpful over the last few days identifying and removing hazardous trees at Mizell in preparation for July 4th. We had a bunch that were dead. They were very kind to come out and get those taken care of quickly so that we're safe. DPW is continuing to work with OEM on the logistical details to ensure this year's event is a success. Water main breaks. We had American Water contractors are actively making permanent repairs to the 18 water main breaks that occurred over the winter. Additionally, our roadside contractor has completed repairs on all roads damaged during the winter season. We did receive a grant for $93,000 from CBGB for year 51 for Fieldstone. So you'll see the resolution on tonight for engineering to be done on that, and that will be done, I believe, later on this year. I do want to announce something that I'm very excited about. We actually got the permit from DEP for Duffy's Corner. And I would like to extend a very big thank you to Senator Cryan for his help. He got us further than we could have gotten on our own for sure. I want to thank Mike Disco, our engineer, and Robbie Betcher. We worked on this together. And our outside engineering firm, GPI, provided all the drawings, documentation, and paperwork to DEP. If anybody knows what it's like working with them, they come back, they ask you 100 questions. You got to keep going back and answering things. And GPI did a fantastic job. 3 months, and we've got a permit. That's the first step. Just keep in mind, we got a long way to go before that lot is totally, hopefully totally fixed. So we'll be working on that over the next year probably. But we're very pleased that we were able to get that permit. We were just thrilled. We'll be able to get that lot that is of use to us now. Tamara, these are the pictures from today, our bridge again on Morris Avenue. We also have a meeting coming up in the next week or two at the state talking about removing that bridge and going with the one single opening. So stop laughing over there. We'll keep you informed. Tamara, go ahead, go on. If you can look past the backhoe there on the far wall, this is Caldwell. They're putting the stone face on the wall that faces in towards the road. They should be done with all the rough work. Hopefully this week. We're still on schedule for the 26th. They were trying to actually stone everything and making the road passable by the end of this week. So we'll keep an eye on that. Mike Disco and I were over there this morning. So we'll keep you up to date on that one, but we're almost there. It's looking really good. And the county, again, was very kind. They did add, if you remember, they put an extra driveway in for us going into Ruby Field. That driveway already from driving over, it's got some ruts starting to form. They're going to put 2 inches of asphalt over that before they leave. So we're going to leave that there. It's a great additional entrance for us. So that will stay as permanent. So that's, I think, all I have at the moment, unless somebody has any questions or comments.
Yeah, I had one. Where are we on the salt dome?
We are working on getting all of our pricing together, and as soon as that is ready and we have everything lined up, we'll bring it to you.
And Oakland Park?
Oakland Park, everything is ordered. We're looking at sometime this month, materials should start arriving. That will be done for September 1st.
Love to hear it. Okay.
We'll keep you, again, as we go on, we'll make sure you guys are fully aware of what's happening.
Sounds good.
You got it.
All right, moving on to Deputy Mayor Kaiser's second favorite part of the meeting, which is the approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve minutes?
I'll make a motion to adopt the regular and executive meeting minutes of April 14, 2026 as emailed.
Right here, right here.
All in favor?
Aye.
It is seconded by Rich.
Yeah, it was seconded by Rich. We did an all in favor.
Second, I'm sorry.
All right, now the moment Mike Scalera and Jay Spinelli have been waiting for, the presentation of the budget for the Springfield Community Partnership. Gentlemen, come on up.
Is plugged in? No, is it plugged, wait, probably not plugged in.
Use.
All right. Got me?
Yeah.
Okay, Mike Scalera, Chairman of the Board of the Business Improvement District. Before we begin the presentation, and we'll be short, but I just want to say thank you guys for really helping out. 2025 was in a very pinnacle point for the bid. We've been in operation for over 10 years, and we've been finding that things have been stagnant. We've been researching out with the residents and the businesses, and we would say a lot of the percentage of them didn't know what the bid did or how they did it. So we reorged it, and we decided the best way to do it, and we met with several marketing firms, specifically Gruskin, in regards to ways we can rebrand ourselves. That's been pinnacle in regards to it. All I could tell you is that Jay, I, and Scott we probably visit anywhere between 2 to 4 businesses a week, going out with them, building the relationships, seeing what they need. Because again, we are the face of the bid, and now that we're getting out there, visiting them, we have the marketplace coming around the corner. We're going to be launching that within the next month. It looks great. You guys will be seeing a lot of it, but the premises is behind the marketplace is to tie a place where the residents can go to, see what's happening in Springfield on an on-time basis. So you used to be years ago, you'd have coupons, you get it in the newspaper, what's happening with the business from a discount standpoint. Well, now they can look at it daily. And what also helps is with regards to it, the businesses can add on videos, add additional coupons. Give you another idea. Say if there's a downtime at 3 o'clock on a Monday, they're not doing well at all. They could do a push notification on giving away pizza, Coke, and everything. So everything's real time. We're really excited about it, but it's going to be a one-stop place for it. So we're really pushing it, going out and visiting all the businesses and everything, and really utilizing the marketplace. It's going to be so much more than what we're starting out it to be. We're probably looking at events to be shown on it, really make it the one place to go that all residents can go to. And then again, pushing business to the regular businesses. And then also part of the marketplace is the analytics. Before, when we had My Town Marketing, they would go out, do an event that we had going on, and we'd had no idea how it was turned out, how many people came to the businesses. Well, now with the marketplace, when people come up with their phone and use the discounts, we can see exactly what's coming in economically in that business and how it's working. So our goal is to really show and make that grow, and that's going to be the numbers that we're going to be working at. So again, who benefits from this? From the town's perspective, it's the businesses and the residents. So our focus is and goal is to build a strong alliance and relationship between the residents and the businesses. So that's the way we think it would go great with them. Once they understand who the business owners are and how they operate, and in a positive direction, it'll bring more business to Springfield, and again, it'll make it more vibrant for when redevelopment happens in the future. Obviously, redevelopment's always been an issue, but we have some great things going on with it, and some not so good things going on with it also. But our focus is, regardless of what the outcome is, what's happening with the businesses, the redevelopment that's not happening, is to be persistent in regards to making it work. So streetscape, working on that also. We're working with the Township Committee, with the park and everything. We've been focusing on that, getting quotes in regards to finishing our end of the streetscape, working with the property owner down by Al, down by the park, and Al wants to be involved in also what's happening in there. So again, it's involvement. And this is the first time I can obviously say that we are very, very proactive behind the scenes. You may not see it, but it's very much working great for us. Last Friday, and I'll finish with this before I turn it over to Jay, we went out to 5 women entrepreneurs in business in Springfield, met with them for about 20 minutes individually, showed them opportunities and things that they can get and utilize to help make their business run, whether it be grants and other opportunities to make them grow. So we're focusing on the women's in business also, but it's not negating the other businesses involved also. So again, we're working with a lot of marketing firms and ideas, and our new word is evolving. We're not going to stay stagnant anymore. Our job is to make this town, the Business Improvement District, evolve. So what we present today will probably have a different change on it next year at this time. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Jay.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And I want to thank all the other board members that are not here today, but they are a strong part of this team because without them, we don't get anything done, including Township Administrator, the committee, and everyone involved, Mayor, Deputy Mayor. I want to thank you all for everything that you've offered to us and the involvement that you've had with us. So I know Mike gave you a broad overview of what's going on. I'm not going to get too more in depth of that. What I'm going to get into are the numbers so you guys can see what's going on, what we're going to be doing. What I do want to start off with is a number that Springfield, the town, should be proud of. You're under 5% in available spaces for small businesses. That's something that any town in any state in the United States should be proud to have. You're a destination location for any small business. You were able to fill the Christmas tree store in record time with NBD. No, NRG. Sorry,
NRG.
NRG. Thank you. With NRG. So again, just know that when you're working with Springfield, you're dealing with a town. This is old. No, it's okay. With the town that is a destination for small businesses and people to come into. Can you hit the slide for me there, Tamara, please? Okay. Bid assessment we're looking at this year at $312,704.40. The interest is going to be $6,631.30. Unexpected funds that we had are $351,957.10, leaving us a total for the budget of $671,292.80. You can look over to the comparison. I'm not going to go over that side if you guys are okay with that. Is that all right? Do you want me to go down those numbers?
So I just want to be clear, you're proposing a just under $40,000 increase in your operating budget.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
It's okay if I don't
For the
go-
folks at home.
Okay,
Move it-
okay.
yep.
Yeah, just to make sure they understand that, but yes, that is what we're asking for. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Explain the unexpended fund.
Yes, that would be what we had from the year before. Everything brought over. From the years before. It's a continued
We
carryover.
added a
Say again?
332 is less than 351, so we added to the unexpended.
That's correct. We did not use our total amount last year.
Okay. All right, keep going.
Okay.
Actually, one quick question. So
Sure.
in the unexpected funds, in the $351,957, that's inclusive of the streetscape
The
bond from the
streetscape
town.
bond that we took. That's
And
correct.
that's got to be the bulk of that.
Yes,
Okay.
that's going to be the majority of that that's going to be utilized.
This.
Was that under? Oh, no, I thought Alex had another question. Okay, next slide, please. Administrative services, executive director is exactly the same as it was the year before. That hasn't changed. Next slide, please. Accountant, CPA, obviously that's when we need to do everything that we do every single year when it comes to our accountants and all. So that comes out to $4,500. Consultants, we have $5,000 in there. We usually do consultants when it comes down to doing any type of auditing and things of that nature. So we have to have that in there. With a total of $9,500. Again, no change as of last year.
Do you spend all $9,500?
For the most part, that one does get utilized, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Next slide, please. Insurance hasn't changed. Telephones haven't changed. Office miscellaneous is usually if we do something with like meetings, et cetera, if we have anything, that's what that comes into for the whole year. Dues subscriptions, $500. Again, both of those, I would say office miscellaneous and dues subscriptions have to do with, we do a lot with Main Street, New Jersey, all that stuff. So that's really where those come in. But as you can see again, we're actually under from where we were last year.
Okay.
Next slide, please. Maintenance, $18,000. Streetscape is the bigger chunk of it. Debt services is paying down that bond that we have for what we're going to be utilizing for the streetscape and giving us with our larger total of $442,457.10. Any questions on any of that?
So you're increasing the assessment.
That's correct. The assessment wasn't good. As a matter of fact, if you actually look at the assessment, we had a few that had been taken out. A few of the buildings that had been put into the pilot program we lost. That is something that we're going to be reevaluating for next year. We'll be having a discussion with the committee and with the assessor's office about that when possible because we did lose a good chunk of that. So yes, we did have quite a drop down. Any questions on this one?
So this-
ahead.
So can you elaborate on the streetscape? What are we gonna, which section of the town? Can we get some more color on what we're gonna do this year? and-
Absolutely. Oakland
timeframe?
Park is numero uno. Obviously, we're focusing on South Springfield right there, where the Shell station is, and across the street, where we have that little strip mall, where we have the haircut and the barber shop. Excuse me, not the barber shop. Yeah, you know. So we're going to be doing that area. We're going to be doing light posts. We actually have the company sending us the proposal ASAP. We'll have that hopefully soon. So we'll be doing that. And then, I mean, obviously, with what the township has been able to do, the next focus would hopefully be looking at Morris Avenue. Once we get everything fixed up over there and start moving around things, we'll start talking about that. But this over here will be South Springfield Ave for the most part. And I'm sorry. And also we're looking at the corner where the I apologize. It's Mountain Avenue and where the little what's it called? It's not a dry cleaner, it's the laundromat. We just redid the pavement there, and now we want to do a little bit of maybe some benches and maybe a potted plant there as well, just to kind of brighten up that corner and also make it safe and accessible for the kids that are crossing. We know that Mountain, South Springfield, that little corner area there is a big area for the kids during school, so we want to be mindful about that. We're also having conversations with the county about possibly restriping all that once, obviously, the park is done. Because if you look at it now, it's a little unsafe and a little unclear, the areas to walk. So,
And then just question, the debt service payment so wait, let's finish with the public space.
go ahead.
The 351, that's what we're anticipating spending this year on that streetscape.
Correct. Yes.
The 72,000 is what, in the previous years, the bid, not under you, borrowed from the town that's paying us back.
Correct.
Do we have an idea of how many more years you guys?
I want to say it was 6. Is that the number we heard last time?
So I think it was a 10-year.
Yeah, I think it was a 10-year, and we're looking at about 6.
So another 6 years.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Continuing with that same line of questioning, fully understanding that, you know, in order to not bond more, you're raising the assessment, which is fine. But we're anticipating that, you know, you talked about Morris Ave in terms of a streetscape.
Correct.
That is a separate issue from
Totally
what we're
separate.
talking about right now.
Totally separate. Yes.
Okay.
That's wishful thinking for later.
Okay.
That's conversation for what the people and the small businesses are talking about, which again has been brought up before.
And you're confident that the slightly over $350,000 brings us home?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we are taking numbers, Mike. Yeah, we are getting numbers from others just to make sure.
But I mean, we're confident that this is the ballpark where we need
Yes,
to be. Like
that's correct.
Like we're not expecting you to come back for another $150,000, right?
No, that's our limit. No.
Okay.
We know where we have to
Okay.
stand. And yeah.
But that's using previous years, right?
Previous years.
351, that's using the previous year's unexpired finally.
Correct.
This year.
Correct.
So next year, we do not anticipate having as large of a surplus.
That's correct. Yes, because that's what we've been waiting for. This we all know we've been waiting to do more of the streetscape, and this is the project that has been chosen. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Again, this is our promotion marketing, $87,535.70. Marketing programs that we have, $40,000. Public events, we're looking at $500. That could be adjusted as time goes on. Music and festival, $500. We usually do one during the summer for everybody to come out, kind of our thank you to the residents and the small businesses. And printing is $500. So as you can see, it's a little bit higher because of the fact that we have a little bit more of the, my apologies, we have a little bit more within the promotional marketing. That goes with the marketplace because we are going to push heavy on promoting the marketplace to all the residents, which means we have to put a little bit more money behind it to get things to go forward, whether it's videos and other marketing tools for that. So that's why that's a little bit higher than it was.
So let's talk about the marketplace for
Sure.
a second. We've heard of the marketplace as an idea.
Yes.
This fiscal year, it's going to become a reality.
It's already done. It's sitting there. What we need to do is now put it out to the people and
Okay.
get residents. Small businesses have been, so we had the company that we're utilizing that helped us not only build the program, they're helping us market the program, has actually reached out to over 800 we have total now. So we have about 1,500 small businesses that we've had in the system already.
Okay.
800 of those have been contacted directly. And I'll tell you from my experience in other towns, almost no bid, Business Improvement District, SID, whatever you want to, UEZ, anything you want to call, does not have a very strong list of the small businesses. It's one of the weakest things that a lot of places have a hard time just gathering, and not only gathering, but keeping up. This company has reached out together with us to get this information of phone numbers and emails together and new contacts of businesses owners' names. So this is a big chunk of what Mike was talking about in the back that you might not see that we're doing. We're doing a lot of reaching out to these small businesses to get them now in this system and utilizing it, letting them know that we're there for them. Actually, we're marketing the bid because nobody knows what the bid is when you tell people. So that's really what it comes down to. So yeah, so that's
Okay.
what marketing is going to hopefully do for everybody.
So that's your promo marketing budget is the 87.
Correct.
Now, what is the differentiation between the 87, 535, and the 40,000?
Okay, so the 40,000 that we're doing is to keep everything running. That's how you keep that program up to date. That's how you
So
keep.
that's your contract with the vendor.
Correct. They also help with our marketing itself. So it's a combined program, not to just do the program, but also to help with the marketing, social media, keeping track of that. The numbers are up astronomically. Also with the township, by the way.
Question.
Go ahead, please.
Maybe I'm dense.
No.
Program, the promo marketing, that's a one-time fee, or is that every year plus the 40,000?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, ask again.
Promo marketing, the
Yes.
87,000, that's a one-time, or is that what, that's goes into like, what's the difference between that 87,000 promo marketing
Okay.
and the marketing program? Go through that again.
So okay, the 87,000 is what we're utilizing to market this program that's coming out. This whole program is going to be utilized to be able to put everything out there so everybody can use it and be able to actually keep the back end of it running. The 40,000 is actually our marketing company for like the social media, et cetera. So you're looking at the 40,000 as what we pay the company to do our marketing on constant, whether it's newspaper ads, everything else involved, not just
Who
the
gets
marketing.
the 80?
Say again?
Who gets the 87,000? Is it the same company that's getting
No,
80?
it's not the same company. It's not the same company. That's spread out to do different things, whether it's videos, different areas.
Okay.
Yes, that's spread out.
And the marketing is a vendor contract.
That's a
The
contract
40,000
we
is
have
a
with
vendor
them.
contract.
That's correct.
Who's the vendor?
That's our marketing company called V-Real. It's our
Okay.
V-Real
Yeah.
marketing company.
Okay.
Okay. They have not, was that new last year? or-
No, they were with us last year. We had
It would
it was in last year's. Yes,
Yeah, they're relatively new though, am I?
very new. Yes, they were the ones who helped build this program. Them and Gruskin worked together to build the marketplace together.
And has that relationship, is that going well or like?
It's two different worlds. It does well. We work with them very well, but at one point we're looking to possibly look to just kind of focus on a smaller area. Gruskin's a huge marketing company. They do ginormous things like Kane University, Starbucks.
Got it.
We're a small guy. We need a small
Got it.
marketing company that can kind of work with us.
Got it. That makes perfect sense. Okay.
Any other questions?
Move on.
Okay, next slide, please. Again, that just comes out to our total balance at the end of the year.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, we've been asking away. I'm gonna ask you guys to step aside.
Yep.
Open it up to the public. If anybody from the public would like to come up.
How you doing? Mark Kraus, always fascinated. How do you measure your return on investment with all this marketing and programming? You're spending $129,000.
That goes back to what Mike was talking about when we're looking at the marketplace. Before this, we weren't able to do that. Now we can, because on the back end of, and I'm trying to face you because I feel like I'm not answering you. Okay. Because when you look at it, we didn't have the numbers to be able to show what was coming in from anything that we did, whether it was events, programs, whether we had, we sent out cards to people were doing whatever whatever promotions they had. We had no numbers to show for it. This program now will not only show the numbers that they're doing, but as a whole what the town is doing. So we're going to give a goal to the town of how much we want to keep dollars as local businesses for the township. And with this program, we're going to be able to do that. We're going to have it do a ticker where it's going to be able to clock down how much we're looking to have and how much we've brought in. That way, we'll be able to show return of investment of what we've put in with the marketing. Now, again, let's also remember the first year is always the biggest marketing. You have to come out with a boom where continuously as you're going on, it'll kind of slow down a little bit as time goes on. So next year, we won't see as much marketing put into the program because it'll already be in motion and we'll have it working.
Okay.
Did that answer your question? Okay.
Really quick, Mark. So VReal is very much into analytics. That is their key. And the only way you can really look at the analytics is the marketplace is on your phone. If you want to utilize deals, anything going on there, you have to present it to the place that you're at, show the deal, and it's clicked. And then if they really want to get in a leaderboard, the leaderboard is like almost like a game. Who's going to most businesses, who's spending the most money. If they take pictures of their receipts, now we can see the monetary amount that each business is bringing in. And then we'll study the analytics and see who's really involved, what businesses are really involved, who's doing very well and what the analytics are telling us. So yes, they're very much into the analytical part. The measuring part is the key part.
Okay. Any other members of the public wish to speak on the bid budget? Okay, I'm gonna close the public hearing. So this is Resolution 2026-186.
Mayor, I just want to mention that Committeeman Weber joined us at 7:15 to hear.
Thank you, Committeeman Weber. I hope you're doing all right. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2026-186, which is the approval of the budget for the Springfield Community Partnership? I'm sorry, Linda, I did your job.
Quite all right.
Motion.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, and we're going to do a roll call. Committeeman Huber,
Yes.
Mayor Laufer,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Just a comment. I still, I appreciate everything you guys do and work. I still continue to have concerns of us holding money. I know you've been saying we're working for, we've been saving up year after year for it, but I continue to have a discomfort of saving public funds, spending it at one point in time when we continue to do an assessment every year on our increases of businesses. I really do. And until I see it, and I hope it does, and I hope this year it does, the 350 is spent, and I would be so appreciative that it was, but I've asked time after time to have a presentation that gives us a vision of where we're going, and it's continuing. We made it a little further, right? We're putting numbers on a screen, but I'm not seeing pictures, I'm not seeing renderings. I would love to see that. I know I'm not the bid representative. I've asked, though, our business administrator who has attended, as far as I understand, there hasn't been renderings. I continue to have issues with that, continue to have issues with the increasing that assessment every year when we're holding on to so much money. I am concerned at the marketing. We're spending a lot of money on a firm that I don't know if I've seen results yet, personally. With that being said, I won't vote no, but I am abstaining until I see that. And I do hope, and I would so hope you guys, and I'm there to help you succeed, but until that, I'm going to abstain.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Resolution
passes. Okay. Now we're moving on to new business, which is ordinances on second reading. Madam Clerk, take it away.
Ordinance 2026-08. This ordinance amends certain land use provisions at Chapter 35 of the Township Code. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-08 as read by Madam Clerk.
Second.
All right, we have a public hearing on ordinance 2026-08. Mr. Dowd.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this ordinance, make sure that I'm on the right one. This is an ordinance that modifies, does a couple things. It cleans up the township code there was what we used to have, what we replaced, we have what's called a technical review committee. It used to be called the Development Review Committee, so we cleaned it up to make sure we got rid of all the older references to Development Review Committee. We've also, as part of this, we've also made modifications to application fees for the appearances before the Technical Review Committee. It used to be one single fee. Now it's been modified so that if contracted professionals are required to appear based on the request for an appearance before the Technical Review Committee, there's a higher fixed application fee for that particular purpose. If professionals are not required, then the fee remains where it currently is, which is $300 per appearance. There's also some modifications to escrow amount fees, which is the preliminary site plan, escrows. Now, keep in mind, escrows are monies that are set aside in connection with applications where the township's professionals are required to review, appear, and otherwise provide their services. And those services that have been incurred, the fees that have been incurred, are paid by whoever the applicant is. The escrow fees are put on deposit. If they're not all used, then those unused fees go back to the applicant. And then if, in the case that there are higher fees, then they have to replenish those escrow amounts. So those escrow amounts have been increased substantially because they haven't been updated in quite a while, and the township wants to make sure that it gets enough fees up front to cover the charges so that we don't have to chase applicants to get those fees back and expend more time, energy, and resources on that, for that purpose.
That kind of what led to that, Mr. Mayor, is that we were short on escrow fees multiple times, and then once the application is done and approved, it's difficult to get the applicant to come back and pay the
Yeah.
professional fees that were short, and the township is stuck paying those. So
Yep.
that's why we raised the escrow fees.
Makes sense. Okay. Does that complete your explanation?
It does.
Are there any members of the public that wish to speak on Resolution 2026-08? We have a motion. I'm going to close the public hearing. Madam Clerk.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes.
Committeeman Weber.
Yes.
Thank you. Mayor Laufer.
Yes.
Okay, now we have bond ordinance 2026-09. This bond ordinance authorizes the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new, additional, or replacement equipment and machinery, new communication and signal systems equipment, new information technology equipment, and new automotive vehicles, including original apparatus and equipment in, by, and for the township, to appropriate the sum of $2,967,500 to pay the costs thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-09 as read by Madam Clerk.
Second.
Is there a public hearing on, I'm going to open the public hearing on Resolution 2026-09. Would anybody like to speak on this ordinance? I think the description pretty accurately describes it.
Yeah, we also, I think I gave a fairly thorough overview last meeting.
You did. Yeah, you did. Couple highlights here. We're getting 4 new vehicles for PD. We're getting some DPW equipment and things like that. So it's a really important spend. I'm going to close the public hearing. Madam Clerk.
Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Weber.
Yes.
Mayor Laufer.
Yes.
Thank you, Committeeman Weber.
Next is ordinance 2026-10. Madam Clerk.
Okay, this ordinance amends the provisions of the Township Code regarding the purchase of mulch from the Department of Public Works.
For ordinance 2026-10, publication, June 11th. All right.
Second.
Second,
I'll second it. I'm going to open the public hearing for ordinance 2026-10. It allows us to buy mulch. Are there any questions surrounding the ordinance?
Wait, no. Us to purchase mulch.
No, it allows DPW.
We grind up and make our own.
Yes.
And then the residents can buy it. Unfortunately,
Yes.
the cost for grinding it has gone up substantially, so that's why we had to
Yep.
make some changes.
Okay.
Makes sense. How much are we charging now?
The change is, it goes from $100 for 5 tons, sorry, for 5 cubic yards to $150. And it also eliminates commercial entities from purchasing the mulch anymore. That's not something that
Were they coming in just?
town found it advantageous.
Okay. Okay.
Residents only.
Got it. Are there any members of the public that wish to talk about this? I'm going to close the public hearing. Madam Clerk.
Committeeman Huber?
yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2026-11. This ordinance amends the Township Code's tree removal and replacement provisions to update certain fee and enforcement provisions.
Mr. Mayor, 26,
11.
2026-11, removal and replacement of trees. Second,
I will second.
I will now open the public hearing on ordinance 2026-11. Mr. Dowd, this is an amendment to our township's code regarding tree removal.
Yes, Mayor. This updates our tree ordinance provisions in a couple different ways. First of all, it basically exempts dead trees from the fee that's required for the removal of trees, and also diseased trees. That's a determination to be made by the township's arborist. It also specifies that for the purpose of replanting trees by someone who removes trees we've codified the 12 months time period for that purpose. We were utilizing that figure before, but it hadn't been codified. The other issue that was addressed in this update is, for purposes of the violations, we expanded the enforcement and the penalties to include violations of any aspect of the ordinance, not just the failure to get a permit, and also to make sure that if there's a violation for removing a tree without a permit, that not only are you subject to the penalties, but you're also subject to the tree replacement funding that's required had the individual followed the ordinance in the first place. So basically tightened up the enforcement provisions to better assist in implementation of this.
Okay. I'm going to open up the public hearing for ordinance 2026-11. Is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak? I'm going to close the public hearing on the ordinance. Madam Clerk?
Committeeman Huber?
yes.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Okay, and we have first readings now. First reading on ordinance 2026-12. This ordinance grants renewal of municipal consent to Comcast of New Jersey LLC to construct, connect, operate, and maintain a cable television and communication system in the Township of Springfield, Union County, New Jersey.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-12 as read by Madam Clerk, with publication on the Township website on June 11, 2026, with final hearing on June 23rd.
Second,
All right, we have a discussion surrounding ordinance 2026-12. Mr. Dowd, is there anything that the statement doesn't cover?
Yes. I won't go into everything. This is an ordinance for the renewal of Comcast's franchise. This is something that has to be done under state law and state regulation. If the committee members might remember, it was about 2 years ago, that this form of ordinance, subject to some slight updates that were done recently, was approved in form through a resolution by the Township Committee. That's the process that's followed. And it had already been approved by Comcast, and then it was sent off to the state. And then about a year later, the state responded with some comments, and then several months after that, Comcast reached back out to the Township to address those comments. And through that process, this proposed final form of ordinance was put in place. There are no substantive differences between this ordinance and the one that was, and the draft that was approved by this body just under 2 years ago, other than a change to the length, the number of years that this franchise would exist. It had previously been 10 years, but because it's been about 2 years since the draft was approved, 2 years were added to it, so it's now a 12-year proposed franchise. Once this gets adopted after final reading and publication and hearing, it will go back to the state once more to get approved, and then once it's approved by the state, then the new franchise will be in effect, and some of the benefits to the town, including the one-time grant, which is a $35,000 grant, will be enforceable by the township, and the other provisions will also be in effect at that time.
Sounds good. Okay. Any questions from the dais? Nope. Madam Clerk, let's call the roll.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Mayor Laufer.
Yes.
Okay, Ordinance 2026-13. This ordinance amends the land use provisions at Chapter 35 of the Township Code within Section 35-10.1, amendments to zoning map to rezone the rear portion of the property located at 171 Route 22 eastbound, Block 3703, Lot 1, from the General Industrial I-40 Zone District to the Highway Commercial H-C Zone District.
Okay, is there a motion on this ordinance?
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-13 as read by Madam Clerk, with a publication on the Township website on June 11, 2026, with a final hearing on July 14, 2027.
Let the record reflect that Committeeman Huber seconded the motion.
I will amend my statement I misread. I meant July 14, 2026,
Oh,
not 2027. That was my fault.
Good catch. Any discussion on the ordinance? You want to give a brief?
This is auto
Yep.
land.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, it's split in between two zones, same lot basically.
Yep.
That they're operating on, so it's just amending that so that it makes life easier for us when they come in to get anything done.
Yep.
So that's really all it's about, nothing really changes.
Madam Clerk?
Deputy Mayor Kaiser. Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Mayor Laufer.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2026-14. This ordinance amends the land use provisions set forth in Chapter 35 of the Township Code by permitting car washes as a conditional use within the Highway Commercial H-C Zone District pursuant to Section 35-10.1, conditional uses, thereby amending Appendix A, Schedule of Zoning Limitations of Chapter 35 to include car washes as a permitted conditional use within the Highway Commercial H-C Zone District, establishing specific conditional use standards for car washes in Section 35-41.2, specific requirements, and adding a definition of a car wash within Section 35-7 definitions.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-14 as read by Madam Clerk, with publication on the Township website on June 11, 2026, with a final hearing on July 14, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? I mean, this is a complementary ordinance, the one we just passed.
It addresses, yeah, it addresses the same general area as the last ordinance, a slightly larger area, but basically, there's no provisions within our land use code to allow for car washes in that corridor, and this will, under certain circumstances, provide a conditional permission for that purpose. So still have to go to the board.
Yep.
But, yeah, this didn't exist in our ordinance prior.
Any discussion? Seeing none. Madam Clerk?
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber, Mayor Laufer.
Yes. Next, moving on to resolutions. If you would like one pulled, please say so from the dais. 2026-174, 2026-175, 2026-176, 2026-177, 2026-178, 2026-179, 2026-180, 2026-181, 2026-182, 2026-183, 2026-184, 2026-185.
I'll make a motion to adopt the following resolutions by consent agenda. Resolutions 2026-174 through resolutions 2026-185.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yep.
Mayor Laufer.
Yes. We have no discussion and action items. Now to Deputy Mayor Kaiser's favorite part of the meeting.
We'll adopt the payroll and invoices for the period of May 27, 2026 through June 9, 2026 in the amount of $1,109,907.19.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Deputy Mayor Kaiser,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yep.
Mayor Laufer.
Yes. We have two items on correspondence. Springfield Board of Adjustment meeting, June 16th at 6 p.m. Variance for lot coverage, 29 Henshaw Avenue. Next is Union County Utilities Authority. Tipping fees effective June 20th are $134.75 per ton. That has gone up drastically.
It's only for bulk, so the impact is not as great. But I think we average somewhere around $15 a ton maybe, so it hasn't gone up tremendously. And again, since it's only bulk, it's.
Yep.
You know, we're trying to figure out so that we can talk to Diane so we can budget for the increase. Robbie's trying to look into it, give us a firm number, or as close as we can get.
Sounds good. Public comment on any governmental issue. Okay. I am going to close public comment on any governmental issue. Now to Rich's favorite part of the meeting. Yes.
Adjourn.
Second. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.